Hi everyone, Rachel Stevens. We're continuing on here with our multi-part video tutorial series demonstrating all the different categories in my Photoshop Action bundle, the whole shebang. So we've gone through everything. Again, you want to make sure that you're working on a high-res PSD file. You want to make sure that you run your actions on a flattened background layer with nothing stacked on top, and you want to make sure that you're in image mode, RGB color, and 8 bits. That's going to make everything run smoothly. Now, we've gone through everything, and we are now on creative finishes. So these I will use to add some flair to an image. I have an image here of the lovely model that I photographed in Phoenix for Imaging USA when I spoke there earlier in this year, 2014. And we were on a stage with a black curtain and a air mattress. So it's, pretty boring. And sometimes that'll happen to me when I'm on the road. I'll get my venue, I check it out online, everything looks awesome. I get to the venue, it kind of looks like the pictures, kind of doesn't. So I have to get creative. I know that sometimes the only way that I can do that is getting creative in post because my travel kit is pared down really, really small. So we have these different finishes here. I'll run Retro Film Star and we'll see what that one does. So paint over face and press play. And press play. Oops, that's record. Press play. And it's going to do all kinds of fun stuff. And then it's going to end. So you can see it does it made it more interesting. Kind of made it look a little hazy and desaturated. You can play with the opacity. I really like it up there. And you can blend these with different hazes, mattes, and sun flares. So I'll do more of the sun flares just by itself. But let's say, for example, here you wanted something even just a little bit more. So now that we have this haze, let's say you want to throw in, a flare. So let's do the lens flare palette on it. I'm just gonna render. Okay, so I ran the lens flare palette, and let's just go through. I really like that one. So they're all done and turned off. Actually, I like that one too. I'm just gonna toggle through and see which one I like the most. You want to look at the way that the light is hitting the subject. So let's see. I like that one the best. So what you can do, you can double click in the smart filters and you can move the light. It just takes a minute to render. And you could even do more than one if you wanted. I think that's overkill. So that just adds a little extra interest to the image. So I really like that a lot. So I'm going to flatten that. And let's go to flare up. This is going to show you another lens flare. We go sun ray. So it gives you that nice lens flare. If your camera was pointing up to the sun. We go high key. can play around with the different effects here. Kind of gives you more of that high key look. Fashion plate. Out of all of these, Retro Film Star and Fashion Plate are my favorites. So that's what that one does. We got high def. It's going to render high definition, a generic high definition. I prefer going into the sharpen and detail finishes for the high def stuff, the shadow highlights. But sometimes this can be a fun, quick action just to give an image more interest. And on this one, we've already got, it's already kind of high def, so it's not doing a whole lot. And then low def. So these aren't written to be like crazy different. These are all written to be subtle. You can see how it's kind of pulling in just a little bit. Illustrated, just to give it kind of illustrated look. So you can see it's kind of a painterly look. We got bleach bypass, which mutes it out. Actually like that. And that's Creative Finishes. If you haven't already, please like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Rachel Stevens Photography for Women. Thank you.